check down here first. This does kind of remind me of the last area you go to in the first game, that last factory. What is this? Oh, it's a map of our world. Alright. Originally, El Nido was nothing but ocean. The El Nido archipelago is purely artificial, created by fate. It was a remodeling plan that took place 10,000 years ago. A plan to include islands, blessed with nature, in the Sea of El Nido. The main island of El Nido, Earth Dragon Isle, Water Dragon Isle, Black Dragon Isle. The developments, using the energy of the natural world. The distribution of memory terminals, devices called the Records of Fate that could survey and guide people's lives. The research center staff, who had their memories of the future erased, left the center and began a life outside amidst nature. This is how Fate's paradise came into existence. And for over 10,000 years, Fate has been watching over the guy and guiding the descendants of the staff who left the research center. Everything was in perfect harmony. That is, until 14 years ago, when a boy came into contact with the flame on the night of the storm. Ah, so Surge came into contact with the flame. Where was the lock release for the elevator again? My mind's been blanking out lately. Hey, cool. So this place is artificially created. That's interesting. I like how that guy went into that story, even though I'm assuming they can't see me. So he just was talking to himself. Before we go into that elevator, I want to see what's on the other side of this. What is this? Enter the lock release code. Okay, it's not 12. So there's some hint. This cannot be. This is the ancient super weapon that was in development in Por. But what is it doing here? It looks complete. Strong arm. Okay, that was not what I expected. I didn't bring Grobik for that reason at all. I just needed a character with an element. I actually have no idea what this is, so we may have to come back to it. Alright. Guess we'll see later. Hopefully I can come back down here. That's a good question. Please present the Central Lab Zone registration card. Oh, I don't have that. Alright. First one? Okay, we're back on the first floor. Alright, I guess we're fighting. That's super important. Okay. So what has been your guys' favorite part of Chrono Cross so far? Mine has been all the little references to Chrono Trigger. The music's pretty fantastic too, actually. I'm getting lots of Denadorite. Lots of Denadorite. Hopefully they'll give me something to tell me what that puzzle is. You like the music? A bit of the overall story idea is interesting, but it's hard to say much else since you... Yeah, that's fine. I do like some of it's a bit confusing at this point, but I feel like they're gonna bring it together. That looks like Lavos. Lavos. An extraterrestrial life form that is thought to have fallen from the heavens 65 million years ago. On the timeline that existed, before history was changed, Lavos was assumed to have slept deep below the planet's surface, sleeping and consuming the planet's energy up until the day of destruction known as the Apocalypse. There are those who believe that 12,000 years ago, the legendary ancient magical civilization known as Zeal came into contact with Lavos. That fateful encounter is said to have resulted in Zeal disappearing from the surface of the planet within the space of a single night. However, the very existence of the ancient civilization of Zeal has never been proven. So up till this day, this theory cannot be confirmed. On some timelines, Lavos appeared on the surface of the planet in the year 1999 and brought the world to ruin. However, a group of young time travelers saw where their planet's history was heading and, through their actions, rewrote time. This very research facility exists on that new timeline. In a world where, thanks to the defeat of Lavos by the young adventurers, the apocalypse never happened. On a temporal vector where human civilization continued to evolve unhampered. All the data on Lavos that was obtained from tracing different parallel worlds possibilities has proven to be volatile, with fluctuating discrepancies. Perhaps at this point in time, it is nearly impossible to obtain any true information about Lavos. Interesting. How do they even map that he existed in the first place? Like in other... Anyway, DNA records are poems and music. Adenine and thymine, guanine and cytosine, rhythm and melody. Those are the 4 basic proteins that build up DNA. Perhaps the DNA of the ones who make contact with the flame is recomposed by the sound they generate within. I wonder if life forms are just dreaming in an endless flow of music. That's an interesting concept, I suppose. But yeah, the 4 adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine, those are the 4 basic building blocks, proteins that build up your DNA. You get repeating strands of those. DNA, the seeds of life. The human body is made up to 50 to 60 billion cells. Each of these cells contains genes in the form of DNA. These are the fundamental building blocks that exist inside the cell's chromosomes. They store genetic information that can be passed on from parent to child. The structure of DNA is common throughout all life, throughout all universes. Through DNA recombination, life forms take on differing forms with variable abilities. Okay. What is this? This looks like a lizard man. Is that a reptite? It's a reptite, and this is a human wearing... Humans and I was right! Humans and reptiles. 65 million years ago, the reptiles who evolved from reptiles have developed their own unique civilization. This was long before the ancestors of humans, who evolved from primates, had developed their civilization. excavations carried out on the central continent of Xenon have revealed that the reptiles already had advanced architectural skills in the prehistoric era. But the fall of Lavos to the planet and the resulting ice age this brought about rang the death knell for the reptiles and their civilization. After that, the reptiles slowly disappeared from the stage of history. However, in the distant past, humans could have been defeated in the contest of evolution, and the reptiles could have continued to develop. It's not unthinkable that such a timeline could exist in other dimensions. Everything is purely a problem of possibilities, and the world is only stabilized by the viewpoint of the one who observes it. I like all this little lore dump that they're doing, though. That's kind of neat. And I like that I'm able to guess what a lot of it is, too. Stuff like this. This is what makes me happy when playing these games. What is this? Can I read this? No. Alright. Oh, treasure. Alright, treasure. A rainbow shell! Yeah! I'm gonna need that, but I need the other stuff, too. Is that chasing me? I can't even tell. What is this? This looks like a brain stem. Oh, there's two bigger ones there, like two halves of the brain. Model of brain analysis. Model of brain evolution. Model of lower animal brain. Alright. Model of brain behavior. Memory scanning and rewriting is not that difficult a thing. As a matter of fact, it is possible to simulate the thoughts and feelings of each individual. These are all just electronic signals that flow around the circuitry of the brain, after all. The vessels of flesh can be reproduced through cloning, and the soul stored within these fleshy vessels can be simulated as well. Thus, one could even go so far as to say that death itself no longer exists. Of course, the expiration of an individual being as a variation within the species still occurs. Overall, we can reverse the old maxim and say that where there is no death, there will be life. Interesting. We control human emotions by using neurotransmitters. That means by manipulating the nerve transmitters inside their brains, it's possible to control the feelings and even the personalities of humans. Fate uses the records of Fate to connect directly to the brains of the humans with whom they come in contact. Fate not only imprints what actions the humans should take into their brains, but also rewrites their personalities and feelings. That's kind of scary. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, if you consider that all of them are electrical signals, and if you can influence the way those electrical signals went through the brain, that makes sense. The life forms on this planet developed from a single-celled microorganisms to protozoans, and from fish to amphibians, and from reptiles to mammals, and eventually to humans. Beginning with a cerebral neocortex, which only exists in higher mammals, the arthropod brain enlarged at an accelerating pace until it became the human brain we know. Could the reason for abnormal development of the human brain be the biological contamination caused by Lavos? That would mean that humans are really a heterogeneous life form, or foreign matter as far as the planet is concerned. Humans are a sudden mutation caused by the contact with Lavos, an alien life form that fell to this planet from space. That is why humans are, biologically speaking, unbalanced and half-finished. Internally inconsistent and disconnected, the human existence is plagued by contradictions. An incomplete species torn between love and hatred, whose very being is self-contradiction. From the planet's viewpoint, humans are just destroyers and a cursed yet perhaps pathetic blight on the world. That seems reasonable. The only problem is that Isla and them already existed when Lavos landed. So does it mean that they evolved past Isla and them? Alright, we got two of these big robot-y things. Gunner getcha. Haha, Gunner getcha! I swear to fucking God. Okay, that only did before you. That wasn't too bad. Oh shit, he got a lot of health. Combat. Ah, it's so cool. Alright, gonna get you. Alright, that was a little stronger. Oh, they put a red status effect on him. Possibly confused. Yep, confused. Can you not? Alright, see you later, Mixter. Alright, one down. Go ballistic. That's a nice chunk of damage as well. Given how long it takes to warm up the basic attack, it would miss every time. What do you mean? He is! He's shooting my character, like, what a shit bag. What a bag of shit! And yeah, I'm not. Maybe my turn again. This attack really went up. Those things weren't too tough. I suppose I could have used more elements on them, but... Inferno! We did it! Oh, he's burned. Inventory. Well, we got some ointment for that. Hey, Arena, you got burned. Alright, so I guess there's nothing really here. So let's go up to the 4th floor. Shit. Almost walked right into that robot. My PC's almost violent. I like that quote for some reason. Only personnel registered as Arbiter may enter. The experiment will begin soon. Please evacuate to your designated positions. We will do the same. Something? I didn't expect that to go on that long. In case of an emergency. Alright. That's cool, I guess. What is this? Okay. Cutscene, that's what this is. Everyone gather round! Let's see. In the 11th century, a scientist by the name of Luca indicated that the possibility of time travel through the uses of a time egg, which utilizes miniature black holes. I don't think it was ever made of a time egg, but okay. Whether this could actually be possible or not is still the subject of intense debate, and no conclusions have been made. According to her theory, by rotating a single point of supergravity, space-time continua can be drawn in, thus making it possible to transform that singular point which pulls in everything else into a ring formation. Using this ring as a gate between dimensions, it should be possible to travel back and forth between various space-time. I've heard that the time egg already existed during the legendary ancient dynasty. We shouldn't have to rely on theories of an ancient civilization that may not have even existed. We can do this. But it's been said that the time egg was altered using the time was altered using the time egg. That's just a legend. There isn't even any evidence to prove that this ancient dynasty ever existed. The experiment should be starting soon. After we discovered an unusual gravitational field in this barren sea of El Nido, we built several artificial islands and established Chronopolis. This was all done to facilitate our top secret research. But now our research is about to come to its end. Once the final adjustments are made, the experiment will commence. It's just a matter of time, so everyone should keep up their good work. The chief hasn't returned yet. He hasn't. Then we'll have to hold off until he gets back. I think that the time is not absolute but elastic, relative and subjective. But there can be individual differences caused by changes in time. Perhaps the same people and life forms can even exist in several different spacetimes. An independent time that flows with a will of its own. Huh, what nonsense. I like how he theorizes to himself and then it's like, nah, it's nonsense. We're conducting a simulation of phase metastasis. This research center was established under the utmost secrecy by the central regime. We may appear to be a military research center, but we're actually conducting research on time. The lost ancient magic civilization of Zeal. If it really did exist, someone may have even traveled through time to this period. It's entirely possible. Also, didn't Dalton exist at this point? Maybe not in 2400 AD, but didn't he exist at some point in Korra's timeline? I could have sworn they mentioned that. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, very good fun. The chief said he was going out for a walk. He's probably by the dock somewhere, gazing out to sea. Okay, well, get the hell out of my way, little bag. Get the bag of shine. That's weird. Mearo'bot, what are you doing? Oh, that's what. Sometimes parents die. If they really can't see me, then their mumblings are a bit confusing. Okay, so they're not gonna let me through, huh? Sorry, I was trying to think of where I need to go. If I had to guess, the docks would be attached to the first floor. Juba, how do you feel about bacon? Bailey, what are you doing? You being little? Anyway, let's go down to the first floor. Shit, no one go there. First floor, and we'll see if my theory about the dock being here is correct. How do you feel about bacon? All you see in here is Darksiders 3? You have it already? I got a call a few minutes ago, or earlier today, well, during the start of the stream really, about Darksiders 3, and they're like, yeah, you can come get it. Oh, that's the save point. Wait, is this that? Hang on, is this the director over here? You should give me some. I need bacon. Oh, I would love some bacon. The Time Research Lab, which served as the foundation of the research center, appeared out of nowhere in the year 2300. It was headed up by the scientific genius Balthazar. Balthazar! However, at the peak of his career, he simply vanished. We continued his work and have come this far. Our work is almost complete. Well, it's about time I headed back. The experiment's about to begin. Balthazar, huh? Hey, what if there's news in this? Have we seen any news? News. Jibbar, do news appear in Chrono Cross anywhere? So were they waiting for him in this room? The experiment is underway. Access is denied. Okay, so we gotta go to this door then. What's this guy doing? This is the observation room. This is where we observe the two parallel worlds. Oh, okay, so they know about both worlds. And the save points are basically how they collect information on people. Fate is a large-scale prototype completed in the year 2300. It integrated the old Mother Brain computer circuitry into a more powerful supercomputer. Mother Brain, that's the Robo's mom. All the saving in this room. There's a lot of save points, yeah. The Fate contains a massive amount of historical data dating up to the year 2400. But yeah, these save points are how they were collecting data on people in the two worlds, I guess. The main computer of Chronopolis is called Fate. Alright. Oh, they're the one this time. Alright. Okay. Not much missing. We should get a ton of damage. Alright, it's this guy's turn again. Damn, Mixter, they hate you. Well, it looks like it's weakening. And we got it. Done. Where get this treasure chest? There we go. Card key! Okay. Let's go back down to the first floor, I guess. Oh, basement floor 1. Confirming. Access granted. Yeah, there we go. We got the card key. This is so sweet. Got 2 robos here that are going to prevent me from going forward. Guaranteed to have to fight at least one of them. Alright, so I think I should take out the little one first. Since Chrono can take him out as swinging against both attacks. Yeah. Worth it. I'll have him use his final attack on this guy. Wreck! Smash! I can't wait to get the stuff to make the rainbow equipment. Ow. Actually did a nice chunk of damage. Oh, you missed. Fuck. Hey, Gory, can you stop missing the first attack, please? You're fucking perfect. Okay. You know what? I don't even care. Whoever you want. There you go. That got right. Come on, guys! Grubbuck has marinara in his eyes. He can't help it, it's true. It does lower the attack accuracy. Oh my god, he actually hit it twice. I'm not healing you guys, so just so you know. So, if you want to kill it, you gotta not miss. There we go. Got him. Alright, let's get to this door here real quick and then I will reset the recording. Fingerprint and retina scan required. Please step inside the circle and hold up your left hand. Analyzing. Please stand by. Analysis complete. Fingerprints, retina, and C-class DNA all clear. Data discrepancy due to aging within permissible range. 96% confirmation that this individual is the last registered arbiter. Access granted. Welcome back, Chrono Trigger. What? So that's why Lynx needed Arena's form. Lynx must be inside already. Aye. Along with the frozen flame. Also, that thing says up there, Project Kid. The girl you get at the beginning of the game is named Kid. Interesting.